Greetings. So, going mad, stuck in the house still. Building things in the back garden. This time, a wood carving knife out of a file, and I'm really pleased with this one because it was my first ever attempt at actual forging. Because you notice it's quite curved, and the file I had was skinny but dead straight. So I've got one of these fire bowls in the garden. I made a fire in it, and then I've got one of these hot air guns that you strip paint with, like a dead hot hairdryer. But I guess hairdryer would have worked. So I got a bed of coals in the fire, and then I blasted it with this hot air gun, and got it like to forge temperature. So I got this file, and the other reason I wanted to heat it up is because I wanted to put these brass pins in it, and you cannot drill a file. So I wanted to soften it, because no way, I mean my drill bits weren't even scratching it, it's so hard. So anyway, I got this fire really hot with the hot air gun and put this file in it, got it glowing cherry red, and then I don't have an anvil, but I had a piece of cast iron, like a cobbler's shoehorn, like a shoemaker's old thing. I don't know where I got it from, but it's metal and it's got a curvature on the top. So I put the file on, I got a big mallet, and I actually managed to get this drop in the file while it was hot. So that's my first ever time of kind of, bending, forging metal, actual hammer work. Because I haven't got any other equipment. So I was dead pleased with that. And also then I discovered that I could then drill it. So I drilled 2 5mm holes. It was easier to sand with the 80 grit flat panel flap disc on the 115mm grinder that I use. So yeah, overall it just made it softer, the metal, which is exactly what I wanted. And I got that bend, and so I just wanted to do a little kind of wood carving knife. So I put some jimping on the back there of a file, which again was easier because it was softer. And I had some wood knocking around, so I just T-coiled that and sanded that up to 400 grit. It's a lovely smooth finish actually. The blade I've hand sanded up to 400 as well, so it's reasonably good. It's nice and sharp, that's for sure. Now you might be thinking, well, you've softened the metal, and I did. So what I did, once I got the basic shaping and most of it formed out, built another fire. I got it really glowing cherry red, and then I had basically a tin of beans. I'd emptied it, took the label off, so I just had a tin, I filled it with oil, got it cherry red, quenched it, and then like file tested it, and it's hard again now. So yeah, that is now hardened again. Put brass pins. There's one. Put brass pins in it. But then I thought, well, be nice. This is more going to be like a work knife for the toolbox or whatever, rather than sort of carry around camping or whatnot. I think it'd be really good for feather sticks and things like that. But I'm a handyman by trade, so I have toolboxes with me a lot. So I thought I had a bit more of the wood left over, and I had a couple of little, probably 10mm by 4mm little round magnets that are really powerful. So I got some of this wood, and it's like a 3-layer construction, with sandwiched in between, an open part for the blade. But I thought that's just going to fall out, so I made a little rebate in one of these top pieces, and then trapped the magnet in and epoxied it in. And so now the good thing is, you hear it click on, and you can just push it down, and it's the magnet actually holds the blade in. So that's worked really, really well. And it's still dead easy to draw, but it's just not gonna fall off just on its own, So it looks a bit like a lollipop. But yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool. I'm really pleased with it, to be honest. And I did skip for the handle again. I am no knife making expert or anything, but I just found like a kitchen knife that I thought had a really comfortable handle in my drawer, and just used it basically as a template. So it's really comfortable. But of course, because I thought I might want to sort of choke up on it a bit, I added that jimping, and then left a little bit there where I can, you know, sharpen without sanding the handle down. So yeah, that's my latest little knife project. Just done with purely with, I've got no bench tools at all, just hand tools. A little power file sander, which is, you know, the thin sanding belt, like about a finger's width. And the Brilliant, which I discovered only this year, absolutely brilliant. The flat panels, flat paddle, I think they're called, grinding wheels, where it's loads of pieces of sandpaper. I'll put a picture on the at the end of this video. I'll put a few pictures up of the build and some of the stuff I used and whatnot. And but yeah, that was my latest little thing to keep me occupied. I really enjoyed it, and actually it does carve wood really well. So it might come camping with me actually when that's back as an option, because I reckon feather sticks would be really good. And to be honest, it's got a hefty spine on it, so you could probably even split small sticks of it, battening it. But it's not really, I wouldn't say it really was a bushcraft knife. I designed it with carving work in mind, you know, just shaving wood and whatnot. And yeah, it's got a pretty nice edge on it actually. It cuts paper and whatnot, and it seems to have, the quench seems to have rehardened it. I could tell really as well by sanding it, because it was, you know, it was definitely behaving like hardened steel again. And it seems to be holding an edge nicely. So yeah, it seems to be, as I say, I'm not a massive expert, but just from what I've taught myself, it seems to have worked. And just T-coil on the, you know, to seal the wood, because that's just what I had in the shed. Anyway, stay safe.